You know, the holidays are a stressful time. You've got presents, you've got travel, you've got budgets and time with family. But it can be even more so when you throw divorce or separation into the mix. So how do you manage as a newly divorced parent or a blended family or a step parent like me? Here with some tips are Tracy Coates and Carlos Lastra, co-chairs of the family law practice at Paley and Rothman in Bethesda, Maryland. Welcome to Great Day.
Thank you. We're excited to be here.
This is always a time of year, you know, we want happiness and joy and peace. But what are some of the best ways to keep that peace when it comes to divorced families or separated families?
Well, Kristen, you got to realize, obviously, that holidays are stressful, divorce is stressful, and when you put these two together, the stress level is just going to shoot through the roof. I mean, it's a special time of the year. Christians are celebrating the birth of Christ, Jews are celebrating Hanukkah, and families are getting together, so you have a lot of stress going on. Typically, Tracy and I advise our clients to plan. In other words, understand what you want to do and how you want to do it. Communicate that. That's very important. We advise our clients to communicate in writing and to certainly take the higher road when communicating. You want to do that in order to make sure that you certainly create goodwill, good memories for your kids, and certainly good evidence in court if you're going to need it.
You always got to think about that part, of course.
Absolutely.
Always have everything in writing. Tracy, I know it's hard to, you know, the holidays can be about the kids. If you're a family with kids, what is your tips for making it still keep the peace with the kids?
Absolutely. My mantra throughout out and representing clients are always in terms of keeping the kids first. One of the things that Carlos and I often advise our clients is to remain open to communications, open to new changes. I mean, a lot of families transitioning through the separation and divorce process are grieving the loss of family memories or family traditions. But what a great time to start new traditions, new memories for your children. Another tip that we often advise is to be flexible. The holidays, you know, as a parent myself, parenting is hard and it changes from day to day, and you've got to sort of learn to navigate those ebbs and flows. And the holidays is not necessarily a time to sort of draw your line in the sand. Things are going to happen. You need to roll sort of with the punches. And last but not least, as I started off, really keep your children first and what you think is in the best interest for them. I
think that's you always have to just kind of repeat that. This is for the children. You want them to be happy and have great memories of the holidays.
Absolutely.
Essentially, it's all about them. And as Tracy indicated, plan. Make sure that you know what's coming up. I mean, the holidays are going to happen the same time every year. So plan and plan early. You want to get ahead of any potential problems. And again, always put the kids first. And certainly, instead of trying to push through the ski vacation that you're used to doing every year, perhaps this is a year you do a tropical beach vacation.
What about if you are newly separated or newly divorced, you don't have kids, but there's still parties with friends and you're going to see your ex for the first time, which, you know, in so many years you always celebrated these holidays together, and now you're coming separately? You
need to get mentally prepared for that. You need to expect the unexpected. What if your ex or soon-to-be ex brings a date? How are you going to handle that? You need to be aware of what the venue is going to be like, who are the individuals that are going to be there, and talk to them. Make sure you prepare them as how to react with the situation, especially if there's kids there. You don't want any type of negative implications as a result of that.
And one of the things I was going to say is also social media. I mean, when you always have to be mindful, whether you have children or not, is to think about social media. So in so much of our daily lives, we post if we're happy, we post if we're sad, and we post if we're really angry, particularly with our spouse. And so before you sort of hit that send button, make sure you think about what exactly it is that you're writing, because even if you're not in the midst of a divorce right now, down the road you could be, and always keep in mind that a third party like a judge or another mental health professional will be reading what it is that you're writing.
Absolutely, and no one wants to be labeled the Grinch that stole Christmas.
A lot of times I'll find, whether it's whatever I'm angry about or frustrated with, I'll type it out and then I step away. And because I know I'm not going to actually post it, but it just feels good to get it out and maybe think that people see it, but just kind of step away, cool off, and then you're like, okay, I don't really need to put that out for the whole world to see.
That's what you exactly need to be doing. Absolutely the right thing to be doing.
And sometimes our clients send us the emails before they send them off to their spouse to see, is this okay? This tone, is it okay? And there are also tools to use, like something called My Family Wizard, and it's a communication device for families where they can write emails. There's a shared calendar, and I believe it also has a tone meter. So if you send something that may
about
sound
that?
a little bit too
Excellent
harsh,
tool.
it will stop you before you actually hit that send button.
Well, because we always say communication in person is best because you can really sense the tone. But of course, a situation like this, you need to have it documented and in writing, so tone can always be miscalculated. of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You need to be taking advantage of the technology we have today with the One Family Wizard and the Google shared calendars and certainly text
Why
and
don't
emails.
all emails have a tone meter? That's what we all need a tone
And
meter.
text messages,
Absolutely.
exactly.
All right, Tracy and Carlos, thank you guys so very much. Happy holidays to you, but we appreciate you being here, giving us such great advice.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays to you as
Tracy's
well.
got a podcast, The Divorce Chronicles.
I do.
So if you want to hear more from her, check that out. We'll be right back with more after this.